Serious Minds are in TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Serious Minds, seriously. Peace.
You are now listening to Serious Minds are in TV with your host, Professor Griff. The call-in number is 516-654-7688. That's 516-654-7688. This is Professor Griff, and this is Serious Minds are in TV. Serious Minds for Serious Minds. Seriously. The Serious Minds Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Serious Minds Brain Tonic. The Resurrection Formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace.
Me, bro. You got to be kidding me. you got to come on like at a time that we kind of know what's happening. Like, can you give us a time, like a regular time, like anytime, like so we can kind of set our clock, our watches, something. Yeah. All right, to the family over here on IG, peace. What's up, man? All right. Hold on for a second. Let me get this right. Got you. To the family on IG, thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate that. I know sometimes I got this IG thing in front of me and I'm seeing stuff moving and I'm thinking I'm on. I'm not even on YouTube or Facebook. But Quan, what's good with you? All right. All right. So, if there's any subject that we should be diligently, and I'm choosing my words carefully, diligently finding solutions to, is the wanting brutal murder of Black people in America, because as long as I've known of white people, this has been a very real dynamic. So you can dismiss slavery, you could dismiss all these other things that you would like to dismiss in history. And we would simply say to you, those that want to be apologists for white people, whether it's systematic or however you want to kind of frame it, it doesn't matter. The murder is still happening, coming at the hands of white people. The murder of Black men are still happening. The murder of Black women are still happening. The murder of Black children are still happening at the hands of white people. Stop trying to play and act like this, that's not what it is. This is exactly what it is. All right. I've showed you guys, I think I showed you guys a calendar I picked up in my travels. All right. On the, let me see if I could pull it up if I have it. Probably upstairs somewhere, but very real in what we're dealing with today, yesterday, date. I don't think I have it. I don't know where it's at. All right, somewhere in my notes, somewhere. It's in here somewhere. But anyway, the idea of us trying to excuse it away. And it seemed like with all the issues that's going on in the world, they have even gotten some of our people to dismiss it as trauma porn. I'm tired of hearing about it. And these individuals have absolutely done nothing. At the same time, we got individuals and and organizations on the take like Black Lives Matter, and I'm just saying to myself, wow. All right. So I'm trying to get an idea of how we kind of wrap our brains around having the conversation. We have to be able to, well, let me just say this. Assalamu alaikum and Ramadan Mubarak to the Muslims that total in the billions across the planet that's observing Ramadan. That's a personal sacrifice that you have to make in your life to connect with not only billions of Muslims across the world, but it's a personal choice you make to pray, to fast, and to do that thing. All right. So it's thank you very much for letting me know that small little talks like this helps you get through the day till the sun go down, till you can have some nourishment. All right. But we need to kind of keep things in its proper perspective as we move through Ramadan. If you are sick and you are traveling, then fast a like number of days. But the point is to not make it stressful. I don't think Allah designed that thing to make it stressful for anyone. You understand what I'm saying? But it is designed to put a degree of pressure on you. But it doesn't only stop there. It don't stop at the praying and the fasting. What happens now when Ramadan is over? What happens now when we have to go back now to a black life that we have to live, regardless of whether you want to consider yourself whatever? Racism, white supremacy looks at you as a black man and a black woman, and you pose a genetic cull or genetic threat. All right? Well, you say, how do you fight so-called white supremacy globally when they control all the resources on the globe? Nuclear technology, cyber, and celestial weapons abroad. I don't know you for me to be answering this question, but I'm gonna take a shot at it. They don't control your mind now, do they? Which is the most powerful resource. Do they? Do they control your spirit? So let's take a look at it that way. In areas and places that we can change, lives that we can affect, let's do that. But at the same time, yeah, let's get rid of this whole idea that nothing can be done. All right? Systems can be undone. All right? Systems can be undone. It's a system of racism, white supremacy that they put together. We can operate and navigate through it. All right? So keep in mind, everyone that's sitting on natural resources are not necessarily white, or they're part of racism, white supremacy, the system of racism, white supremacy. So let's not get it twisted, and let's not put that out among the people like that. All right? Okay. So we're talking about the charges that have not been filed, or that's not going to be filed, against the police officers that murdered Amir Locke. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and then we're going to kind of dive into this thing, all right, best we can. All right, so, yeah. Minneapolis police kill a black man while executing a no-knock warrant. Let me just say from the outstart, from the beginning, from the rip, from the jump, however you want to word it, all right? And I need you to listen to me. Sister Tila, is that your name? What's with the mad face, angry face? Stop that. Let me just say from the rip, this could easily be any of you. Your cousin, your brother, your uncle, your nephew. This could easily be you. All right? So now let me, this is the body cam footage and picture that they're circulating now to substantiate this not filing charges kind of decision. All right. Okay. An image taken from the Minneapolis Police Department body camera video and released by the city of Minneapolis. You would release this picture, a black man with his nappy, kinky hair sticking up out of a cover, laying on someone's couch, right? And all you see is his black hand on a gun and his cell phone. So this is what they do. This is the picture that they put out, and it's circulating on CNN and all the other alphabet boys or that are coming in line with this particular narrative. All right? Okay. So now this is the picture that goes out. So automatically you thinking, oh, he poses a threat. Right? Okay. So now, at any given time, in my house, hold on for a second, where y'all at? At any given time in my house, the way we are trained and the way we train other people, like for example, right now, if I'm sitting in this room, the only entrances and exits of this room where people can get in to pose a threat is this door, and there's a door around the side over there. This door is open because it leads to the rest of the house. This door is locked behind me. All right? I have a couple of cameras where I can actually see. My phone is right here, and it'll alert me. And it stays right in front of me where I can see the front, side of the house, and the back of the house. So I know I see you coming. But I'm saying, at any given time, my firearm is no more than 3 to 6 feet from me. And if it's not placed somewhere where I can see it and get to it, it's on my person. All right? Now, I hope white people are listening. I hope you well-to-do Negroes are listening that keep writing stuff like this off and being open apologists for these race soldiers that are slaughtering, slaying, murdering our people. All right? Hold on, let me finish. So this image taken from the Minneapolis Police Department body cam video and released by the city of Minneapolis shows Amir Locke, 22, wrapped in a blanket on a couch while holding a gun just before he was fatally shot by Minneapolis police as they were executing a search warrant. Okay? Give thanks, Johnny Taylor. All right, we got that newsletter coming out in a minute. I'm working hard, bro. All right, let me finish this. So now, if the no-knock warrants in that particular area of the world, all right, were very controversial, and they was in the process or have done away with the no-knock warrants. What's with this? All right, so let's explain the picture now, like I was doing. So at any given time, that could easily be me, because if someone is coming in my house unannounced, kicking the door in, all right, yeah, you will be met with maximum force. All right, if he's staying at a relative's house, like I've stayed at several people's houses with a firearm right on the nightstand where I can get to it, next to my cell phone. I've stayed in hotels where my firearm was either under the pillow or right there on the nightstand. Yeah. So there's nothing strange about the picture. If you follow what I'm saying, let me show you all the picture on IG again. There's nothing strange about the picture. All right. This is a very normal picture on any firearms instructor that I know, or anyone that carries a firearm. This is normal. All right. We teach how do you stage your weapon and how you store your weapon, right? So this is staging. It's where he can access his weapon, which is legal. The weapon he has is legal, all right? The permit he has is legal. So to execute a no-knock warrant and you just burst in and seconds later you're shooting people down, no, this is murder. This is murder. Murder. Says the interim chief lied and said that they announced themselves. Well, they lied with Breonna Taylor. The Breonna Taylor case, saying they announced themselves. And no one heard them in the apartment complex or the building, heard them announce themselves. Not in this case, I'm talking about the Breonna case. Breonna Taylor case. A controversial police shooting in Minneapolis is under review after a team of SWAT officers killed Amir Locke. All right. And they're basically saying that if it was a no-knock warrant, then they asked Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison, said in a statement sent to NPR, he was only 22 years old. Okay, that's cool, cute, but come on now. Ellison said his office is working on, come on. Hold on. Someone is at my door. Y'all sit tight. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Anyway, yeah, Uber Eats. Anyway, family. So if this is the case with them doing away with no-knock warrants, right? And then they turn around and execute a no-knock warrant. And then in this executing a no-knock warrant, they kill yet another black man who happens to be a licensed gun owner with a legal firearm by his bedside, or his couch side in this case. All right? People march at a rally in Amir Locke, blah, 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 blah. Hold on, let me find one that's kind of up to date. Hold on. Protesters took to the streets, blah, 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 blah. So they're basically saying in all these articles that I'm kind of pulling up and reading, and they're not filing any charges. No more, no knock. Justice for Amir Locke. Black Lives Matter. Yeah, I wonder if them damn Black Lives Matter to Black Lives Matter. I'm just throwing that question out there. Maybe y'all can help me out. Does Black Lives Matter to Black Lives Matter? We're going to talk about that hopefully on Friday. I'm trying to get some information. Yeah, this is the picture that they keep circulating. Yeah, this is it. They keep circulating the same picture. Said Amir Locke had a future. No-knock warrant destroyed it. So no charges are going to be filed against the police officer. I think this is sad because any registered gun owner should be alarmed, whether you are with the NRA or you with the USCCA or you just a registered gun owner. All right? You should be alarmed. Amir Locke, police reform and the future of the no-knock warrants. All right? It's a very real dynamic in how this thing plays out in the lives of black people. Because you rarely hear about no-knock warrants with white people and them busting in and shooting white people dead. Another high-profile police-related death has rocked Minneapolis once again, thrusting the Twin Cities and the authorities' use of the controversial no-knock search warrant into the spotlight. He's everything that you need to know. Well, who the hell were they looking for? Because if this man was huddled under a blanket on a couch holding a handgun, you could ask the question, well, what was he doing with a gun? It was legal. And why not? Like I just explained to you, I spent many nights in hotels and in spare bedrooms and guest rooms and on somebody's couch with my firearm. All right. Matter of fact, he was at a relative's house. Where else are you going to leave your firearm? I'm not leaving it in the car. I'm not going to go in and lock it in a safe. if I legally carry a firearm and I'm capable of using that firearm because I'm sane, I'm moral, prudent, clear-headed, law-abiding individual, then what's wrong with having a firearm by your bed? I'm trying to understand why not. Matthew White, what's good with you? All right. So I want to open this up to see what you think about it. All right. It says a hit. They planning these. He showed some sort of intelligence of some sort that they didn't vibe. Where was this at? Open Eye Production. When did he show this? I'm not getting that. Emsley, Smiley, Cherokee native. All right. Felt Freeport, Roosevelt was good. So what do you think about it? I just want to hear from you. No charges will be filed in the fatal police shooting of Amir Locke, killed during a no-knock warrant service. Okay. An officer in the same department killing George Floyd by kneeling on his neck. So it's an officer in the same department. So you think you should kind of put the department under investigation? If it's an officer in the same department as the officer that killed George Floyd, what's going on in that department? What's going on in that department? So now have we just been accustomed or grown accustomed now to just sitting back and just watching this thing kind of unfold and go down the way it's going down? We just kind of used to black men getting shot down and just another black man, and that's just on the news, and we just take it, listen, hear it, and we go on about our business? Come on, family. It's just another spin cycle in the news until it's you and your family. Ah, man. It's very real. And when you have to deal with this every single day, it's very real when you have to kind of work with people that don't necessarily like you, but they know that you have one of the keys that can help quell and control some of this violence with young people if you only had access to young people. All right? The whole damn department is wicked and needs to be investigated and cleared out. Good luck with that one. I don't think, I don't know how many of us are in a position, along with putting pressure on some of these people that are in office there, to clear some of these people out. So I thought they, after the killings of 2 years ago, I thought they supposed to be going through training, body cams, and all this other kind of stuff. Your training is no different, family. If you're black, you're a target. It says Locke's mother, Karen Wells, said she was disgusted by the decision, appearing at a news conference in New York with attorney Ben Crump and civil rights leader Reverend Al Sharpton. She vowed to keep up pressure on Minneapolis city leaders and spoke directly to Hanneman. This is not over. You may have been found not guilty, but in the eyes of me, being the mother who I am, you are guilty, Wells said, and I am not going to give up. Continue to have your restless nights, because I know you do, because the spirit of my baby is going to haunt you for the rest of your life. Wow. This is his mom talking to the police officer. Locke was shot just seconds after officers entered the apartment. The body cam footage shows that Locke was holding a gun before he was shot. His family said he did not live in an apartment. The apartment and the warrant connected to the homicide in St. Paul, he did not name him as a suspect. So he wasn't a suspect. His name wasn't on the warrant. He was just spending the night with a relative. Just spending the night with a relative. Story after story after story. It would be unethical for us to file charges in a case in which we know that we will not be able to prevail because the law does not support the charges, Ellison said. The law does not support the charges. Then, Mr. Keith Ellison, please listen to me, sir. Then, if the law does not support the charges, change the fucking law. There's nothing wrong with that. The law is only as good as those that enforce the law. Change the fucking law. There's nothing wrong with changing the law. Absolutely not. Nothing wrong with changing the law. The laws are designed to guide and govern the people. If they fail to do that, in this case, the Breonna Taylor case, and a lot of the cases, they fail to do that, then change the law. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, family, I'm trying to wrap not only my brain around it, but I'm trying to wrap some sense around this. All right. And it's not making sense to me. It's really not. So I'm going to continue to look at this and see who the actual warrant was for. What was the warrant for? So now they're saying later on in the article that the Minneapolis mayor officially ends the execution of the no-knock warrant. That's as of late. I thought the no-knock warrants were actually done with. That just goes to show you they didn't take that Breonna Taylor murder serious. They were still issuing no-knock warrants. So a judge had to sign off on this warrant also. The policy is not an outright ban. They're not outright banning on unannounced police entries. They just, yeah. So they're not even banning them. So it's not going to be banned. Locke 22 was shot and killed on February 2nd during the execution of a no-knock warrant tied to a murder investigation out of nearby St. Paul, Minnesota. Locke was not named on the warrant or any of the search warrants as police were looking for his cousin and two others and evidence tied to that homicide investigation. Fry imposed. All right. I'm tired of reading about it. Yeah. Family, go to the hardware store. Get you a box of tools, man. Keep them by your bedside. You understand what I'm saying? Keep them charged up. Seriously. Protect your neck, man, for real. Guard your grill. It's Professor Griff. Serious minds for serious minds. Seriously. All right. All right, Quan, peace. Johnny Taylor, peace, man. Thank you very much for your assistance. Need to know what's good with you. All right, Bam Bam, everybody else that's on here. Andre Wooding, Matthew White. All right, shout out to everybody on IG. All right, inshallah, I will see everyone tomorrow. All right, it's Professor Griff, man. Love y'all to life. Revolution is not an event, it's a process. All right, it's definitely a process. Peace. Hey.
Sirius Mindz RATV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Sirius Mindz, Sirius Mindz, seriously. Peace. The Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic was created to sharpen the mind by protecting cells and increasing neurotransmitters associated with learning and memory. This is the Sirius Mindz Brain Tonic. The Resurrection Formula. This male reproductive tonic elixir is the resurrection you've been looking for. It is a stimulating sexual tonic with mild androgen-like effects that is nourishing to the reproductive system. You can order them at www.professorgriff.me and www.seriousmindsinstitute.com. Just call 678-557-2919. Your health is your wealth. Peace.